Friday of the 12th week in Ordinary Time.
A reading from the book of Genesis. When Abram was 99 years old, the Lord appeared to him and said, I am God the Almighty. Walk in my presence and be blameless. God also said to Abraham, On your part, you and your descendants after you must keep my covenant throughout the ages. This is my covenant with you and your descendants after you that you must keep. Every male among you shall be circumcised. God further said to Abraham, As for your wife Sarai, do not call her Sarai, her name shall be Sarah. I will bless her, and I will give you a son by her. Him also will I bless. He shall give rise to nations, and rulers of peoples shall issue from him. Abraham prostrated himself, and laughed as he said to himself, Can a child be born to a man who is 100 years old? Or can Sarah give birth at 90? Then Abraham said to God, Let but Ishmael live on by your favor. God replied, Nevertheless, your wife Sarah is to bear you a son, and you shall call him Isaac. I will maintain my covenant with him as an everlasting pact, to be his God and the God of his descendants after him. As for Ishmael, I am heeding you. I hereby bless him. I will make him fertile and will multiply him exceedingly. He shall become the father of 12 chieftains, and I will make of him a great nation. But my covenant I will maintain with Isaac, whom Sarah shall bear to you by this time next year. When he had finished speaking with him, God departed from Abraham. The word of the Lord.
The responsorial psalm. The response is, See how the Lord blesses those who fear him. Blessed are you who fear the Lord, who walk in his ways, for you shall eat the fruit of your handiwork. Blessed shall you be, and favored. See how the Lord blesses those who fear him. Your wife shall be like a fruitful vine in the recesses of your home, your children like olive plants around your table. See how the Lord blesses those who fear him. Behold, thus is the man blessed who fears the Lord. The Lord bless you from Zion. May you see the prosperity of Jerusalem all the days of your life. See how the Lord blesses those who fear him.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. When Jesus came down from the mountain, great crowds followed him. And then a leper approached, did him homage, and said, Lord, if you wish, you can make me clean. He stretched out his hand, touched him, and said, I will do it. Be made clean. His leprosy was cleansed immediately. Then Jesus said to him, See that you tell no one, but go, show yourself to the priest, and offer the gift that Moses prescribed. That will be proof for them. The Gospel of the Lord.
Friday of the 12th week in Ordinary Time. The first reading comes from Genesis 17, verse 1, verses 9 to 10, and 15 to 22. We heard the first account of the covenant that God made with Abram in chapter 15. Now we hear the second account, that God again promises that the descendants of Abraham will be numerous. Sarai is given a new name, Sarah, as Abram is given a new name, Abraham, meaning the father of the nations. When Abraham is promised that he'll have a son and the mother will be Sarah, Abraham laughs. Now, in these accounts, there are three different laughings. That by Abraham, that by Sarah in the tent, because she realizes this is really impossible because she's already gone through the change of life, and that by the people of the village. When they hear that Sarah is pregnant, they sort of chuckle, and you can almost hear them saying, that dirty old man, he's 100 years old, what is he doing having a kid now? The laughter is associated with the name Isaac, which means he laughed. It's not quite clear who laughed, but it's the idea of having to trust in God even when it doesn't seem possible, but also the joy that that trust brings. We also hear that Ishmael will will be a father of many nations. Even though he's sent away into the desert, he is Abraham's son, so he too will be blessed. And traditionally we consider him the father of the Arab people. The Gospel is from Matthew 8, 1-4. We've heard the end of the Sermon on the Mount. Now there's a section of miracles that Jesus performs. And how many does he perform? 10. These are 10 deeds. In fact, when we say the word Decalogue, which usually means the 10 words, the 10 commandments, that could also be translated as the 10 deeds. In chapters 5-7, Jesus has given a new law for the new Israel, and it was a sort of new 10 commandments. Now Jesus performs 10 deeds of authority to show that he had the authority to give this teaching. And the first deed that he performs is the healing of the leper. As soon as he performs that miracle, he tells the leper to go to the priest and fulfill whatever Moses had prescribed. So notice, as we heard in the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus has not come to do away with the law, but rather to fulfill it. He's an example of someone who fulfills the prescriptions of the law. And may God bless us.